jump on here, leave a comment, let us know if you hear us and you see us. More importantly, do you hear and see us? We can discuss equipment, we can discuss light politics, we can discuss current events. Boy, there's a lot of current events. We can discuss homesteading, prepping, whatever you guys want to talk about. Just jump on here, leave your comments. These conversations are driven by you. We do this video every night at 9 o'clock, and we typically run for 90 minutes to 2 hours, depending on conversation. We manufacture everything you see here in this building on sewing machines right over here, which you guys will see in just a minute. And these are NSW chest rigs. These hold 6 mags internal. Each of these boxes will hold a 200 round saw drum or 6 more M4 mags. Radio slots behind there will hold a holster, dual radios, medical equipment, whatever you want to put in there. These are set up for our danglers, so you can put a drop fanny pack behind there, as are all of these other rigs. You want to go 90s retro, get your boogaloo on, good Halloween costume, cool on the range, nobody's going to take your stuff for sure. And then if time ever comes, you just dust it with some spray paint or get it in the mud, and then it's all natural terrain, right? We do nylon tactical gear. We do a lot of lifestyle gear. We do some tool aprons, awesome in the garden, awesome in the kitchen. Very covert. We call this a covert pack just because of size. We do them in benign colors also, but that's the covert bag. We do a larger bag called the day pack, and we have those in woodland up there as well. Small clothes bags, medium clothes bags, large clothes bags, toiletry bags, tool pods, tool bags, pelleter hearing protection wrap, keeps it from sliding on your head, also wicks moisture away, and so on and so on. Amanda just came in from watering the garden. We've been out there for a while. Where are you at?
Right here.
I guess I'm not getting a haircut tonight. I didn't even think about it.
Chose to watch mini car videos and
oh bullshit.
horse shit.
I was optimizing all of the videos. Do I love Donald Trump? I think he's your best option. Am I in love with him? I've never met him. DH, what's up? Francesco, what's going on? Homestead, Curie, Billy Magnum, Justin S, what's up? Bill Wilson, Manual Labor, I like it. Benjamin Brewer, JG, Pet Perspective, Jason, Hamster, AJ, what's up? Christopher Dixon, welcome to the membership. I think you will find a lot of value in that membership. Jesse's Workshop, Justin S, Carter Lee, how are you? No notice tonight. Interesting. Like the soap video. First rule of SOE Club. Yeah, first rule. Custard pie. I don't know what custard pie even means. You're gonna have to step into my world. Doesn't matter what you said. It only matters what I heard. Ankle med kits. A bunch of those here somewhere. 762 pull-out trays. These hold, I think it's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 11, 22 rounds of specialty ammo or just normal ammo. Hydro carriers coming out in splatter, stacked micros. Trump should do my podcast. Trump didn't even show up for Tim Pool's podcast. Had to watch a commercial. Patrick Caswell. Think the mods the right choice with that guy. Think the mods. I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, somebody ban him. Cody Waffle. He got knocked the fuck out. Angel LeBron. Lannon, what's up? So we did a, what did we do? 42 feet by 14 feet. T-posted in with cattle. And we put in a whole plot there. And I just thought to put those in because where I had chickens and moved a tractor, some that the birds had not eaten, they went to, even through the grass and everything, they've sprouted up and they're about 24 inches tall. So I thought, well, we'll kind of prep a space. We put a ton of rabbit manure down. We did not till. We just put the manure. I scalped the ground with the mower. Most of it was like raw dirt or very, very short grass. Put the rabbit manure on top. We put about a half bag of seed, just broadcasted it out by hand, and then covered it with straw, 3 straw bales, and then we put a rainbird on it and sprinkled it in. So we'll see how that comes up. I still don't have a tiller here, and I really don't think a normal tiller is going to work. I need something a little heavier, but I don't want to run equipment, so I'm thinking BCS, but I just haven't bought. They're $4,000. I just haven't bought one. Ankle med kits are perfect. Yeah, man, I put one on when I first built it, and ran from here to Jackson. We went up to go get sushi, got out of the truck, got in the restaurant, realized I had that thing on with these, just shorts. And I'm like, give me the keys. I gotta go take this off. I forgot I even had it on. OD butt packs are built. Those are up front. There's some more here. Woodlands are finishing up. Those are on the email tonight. Those should ship tomorrow. Looks like we have, that's a sample right there. So Woodland, I don't know what else we have out here. Bunch of little stuff, bunch of promo stuff. Yeah, that's looks like we're about to do Coyote large clothes bags again. The quick Trump Tim Pool interview was good. Haven't watched anything political since the Koofus. Wear the ankle med kit all the time. Yeah, we made it so you can wear it right around your ankle over a sock or just around your ankle. But there is an extender, so if you have a big boot or something, it comes with a extension panel in there, so you can run it on the outside of your boot. Yodakomo, what's up? Howdy, y'all. Been being the older brother, right on. Ankle med kit on order with Cali Grocery and Comfrey Salve. Thanks for the order. Trump Jr. might come on your pot. Maybe. He follows me on Instagram. He comments very rarely, but he does comment. We have some friends. Who said that? Jason. I have some very close friends that are friends with him. They go hunting together. Your splatter 2-point sling should have shipped. I don't see it here, so I'm guessing it's boxed up and gone. Beefing up your FAC. All right, guys. Type it out. Let's go. Podcast tomorrow. I have Instructor Z coming in, who is, you guys can check him out on Instagram. Let's see here. Capable Citizen Tennessee. That's his Instagram. You should check it out. Instructor Z. He has a very, very cool resume. Brandel read it off. It takes about 10 minutes to read it. Mostly wear shorts, so I'll be wearing my ankle kit everywhere. Nice. Looking forward to getting my 308 micro tracking number today. Right on. Got home from Texas, Jose. Byron Roberts, Luke B, Mr. No Sights. I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. No Sights. Introduced a coworker to SOE. He has now placed 2 to 3 orders. Thank you, Patrick. Just ordered M81 butt pack. You're going to love it. Other than gear that expires or gets used up, I'm burned out on gear. I don't Luke, I don't give 2 shits. I don't know why. You should probably go watch a different video. John, you're the older brother for many of us. How about Dad? We'll go with Uncle. Instructor Zero did a video where he took the... It's not Instructor Zero, it's Instructor Z. I don't know Instructor Zero's background. I know who you're talking about, the guy that was all over the internet a few years ago, and he's all around like SHOT Show. Isn't he Swedish or something, or German maybe? Not that guy. World War III is coming. For some people, yeah, I think you're probably even in World War III for some people. If you go to Ukraine, I think you would be hard pressed to find any men between the ages of 18 and 45. They are now grabbing up 55 and 65-year-old men and throwing them into the front lines. They have wiped out the entire population of the men. Chuck, I'll be hitting you up soon for compact med fill. Have you ever met Vin Diesel? Yes. Yeah, I'm much bigger than he is. The chair is against the wall. Repeat, the chair is against the wall. And John does have a long mustache. Vehicle med kit came in handy today. Landscaper blasted his middle finger against the bucket. Oh, shit. How'd that go? Any chance we could get some tool pod totes, dual tool totes, wrench rolls? Aggie, if you order a black dual tool carrier, we have those ready to go. Tool pod totes, I showed those last night. I think they're over here somewhere cut. And as far as wrench rolls, we made a shitload of them. How come you didn't order one of them? Just maybe a month ago. We might even still have a couple of them. I do have a bunch of tool roll-ups right now. Black tool pod totes right here. That'll be these. They come with 4 tear-outs. Yeah, Instructor Z from Tactical Rifleman, yes. You took a class where there's an instructor. Right on where at? Like Nashville or Clarksville or... Is Instructor Zero the dude who had disabled and firearmed guy in, like, I don't know, Loco, I don't know. John, you're the uncle that doesn't touch us in weird places. Hey, what would you think if you had a 15-year-old girl that babysit your children when they were kids, and then not long later, well, maybe 10 years later, you marry that girl? Do you know who did that? You know who did that? Anyone? Joe Biden did that. That's Jill. TR Patreon class. TR, I don't know what TR is.
Tactical response.
Yeah, but James was always very much about TR is not tactical response. So I'm guessing.
Rifle?
Yeah, it probably was. Yeah, it's probably Carl's class. What do you think the outcome of Trump, the trial, will be? I don't have a clue, buddy. I don't know.
I saw a thing today. They said
Secret Service was getting... I don't buy that for a fucking second.
Yeah.
I think that's just Mockingbird mainstream CIA controlled media. Just looking for traffic on posts.
it worked.
Do I sell the tool pods with it? We do not, man. Tool roll-ups showing to be fully out of stock. Stand by. Tool roll-ups. Hey, Amanda. Amanda, can you hear me? This guy says tool roll-ups show fully out of stock. Oh, because they're just waiting on a promo code, you think? Yeah, you might be right. They might be fully out of stock. We had this many of them before the weekend, so they just might not have been pulled because we don't have the promo items yet. Kind of messed up. I'm 40 and my woman is 25. I get you. Yeah, 5th group guy. Z was with 5th group also. Or is maybe is, I don't know. It's Amanda's elbow. She broke the head of one of the bones in her arm right there. They said there was nothing really to do, just immobilize it. No casting, no surgery. This is Steve Holland, inventor of the Mark 12. Master Sergeant Steve Holland, inventor of the Mark 12, 6.8. Luke B., who are you? I don't recognize you being on these videos. Is this your first time on the video here? How often do we run Not very often at all, Tony. We ran some 10-column coyotes, and they sat here for months. I might even still have one. What size and color do you want? I said we weren't going to run them anymore. We didn't for a couple of years. Just like the Mookie War rigs, we haven't ever run any more of those. I might have, yeah, here's I'll bet that's a 10 column Coyote. There's still some lever gun chest rigs back in there too, it looks like. I didn't even know those were back there. I'm 15 years older. Yeah, I get it. I get it, guys. I'm 10 years older than Amanda. Trump 24. I'm new here. Tanya, well, welcome. We do this every night. I'm not usually on YouTube. First time, Luke B. How do you think you found us? Coincidence. Z's coming on tomorrow. You showed up tonight, first time. Never seen us here before. That's cool. You know why that works? Because you literally, probably the real reason, because I was just messaging with Z right 5 minutes before I started this video, and you probably have some contact or have in the past, so our phones, which know everything, have put you and I together here. Good interview today with Joel. Thanks, man. My baby mama, 12 years younger. I'm 18 years older than my husband. Tony, he's lucky, isn't he? How was the skate party? Amanda broke her arm. The video's not out. I have some shorts and some shorter video of it, but the full-length video I suspect will publish probably this week. Fell at work, hurt my hand. I was asked if I'm going home. I wrapped it in medical tape. Karita is 2 years older than me, so I can say I love my MILF. Yep. Don't worry, you'll be a grandpa soon. She'll be GILF status. Are we giving up the roller derby? Yes, she is. Frenchie. I don't see Frenchie on here. Somebody named Frenchie on here? Frenchie. Love the kitchen and the cool. Thanks, man. I think we're having swordfish, shark, and steak tomorrow, I think. Swordfish. I don't know how he got swordfish in his head. Last thing on my radar. I'll bet it'll be delicious. Adrian and I want to get down there next time you party. Sorry here. Oh, Amanda's good. I didn't know. She broke her arm 30 minutes being there, and we were there for probably 5 hours. Nobody knew she broke her arm. I didn't know until about 4 hours there. She didn't say anything to anybody. And you should come down. The next party we're going to have is July 13th. Anybody is welcome to come. If you are a vendor doing something in our genre, even if you're not. I mean, if you're a vendor of something, just let us know what it is. There's no charge for vendors. We'll have food trucks, we'll have music, we'll have machine guns, fire, some performers. So anybody can come. It'll be July 13th. Open the kitchen. It's my guy. The swordfish is here. Let's see this. It better have the fucking bill on. Grouper. Yeah, I like black cod, man. Josh used to make black cod for us all the time. It better have... I don't see no fucking swordfish.
In there, dude.
I see some diabetes.
You're definitely getting some diabetes. There's one package. I got
It doesn't even have. It doesn't even have the sword.
Dude, the swords are in the front. They sell them separately.
You go to the oddities show, bro. I went to Whole Foods. Like, somebody said on their name tag was him, her, sure, them.
Did it really say that?
Yeah, it said
Oh, man.
us, them, or something.
Was it a better girl or boy?
Boy.
Yeah, it was a boy.
Yeah,
The
the,
soy boy.
the soy boy, and then the one.
Wanting to be a girl.
Yeah. And then
Until he gets some titties, he doesn't get to be called her.
In the fish department was like, I like your shirt. And when I told him about who we were and shit, he's like, all right, cool.
Like, do you still got your nuts? You're a boy.
Yeah.
Is he cooking now? No, he's cooking tomorrow. Do you mean is he the guy currently cooking? Yes, yes, he is the cooking it up guy. Sword sold separately. That's right. I have the fireproofer, Tim. It's here. Amanda sounds like she's harder than coffin nails. SOE is located in Camden. Yeah, we're in Tennessee between Memphis and Nashville. The PAL rig, I'd need OD green or black. Coyote should be easy to dye. Nah, it won't take dye well, man. PM me if you're on Facebook. If PM John Willis. If you PM SOE, man, I get 400 of those a day. So a lot of those get lost. Or just send an email through the website. Let me know which, how many PALs version you want, what color. We can do a small run of them. Cutting any large tool bag. Yeah? What color? Man, I have not coughed or anything all day. And I turn this video on and it starts. I like how we say we're driving T-posts and you're like, I have to go get swordfish. Nobody.
Like, I have to go away from them. They're doing man stuff. I have to go do girl stuff.
Man, I bought these T-posts. I'm like, these seem heavier. And they're 8 feet.
Oh.
Yeah, so like you're
getting up there.
Yeah, nobody can hardly reach him.
For Junior and
He did, man. Him and Pirtle, man. And Pirtle had his own damn T-post setter with him.
Oh, I thought that was a door knocker.
No.
Oh, that dude.
Where did we get the swordfish? He drove into Nashville, went to Whole Paycheck, picked it up. Whole Foods. Brett, what's up? As soon as I saw that elbow, I knew you shot at 1 foot forward, elbow dropped to the floor. Now, if your body learned anything, you'll try to twisting and catching on your hand. Yeah, we had some people with us that roller skate a lot. Like the other lady there is a roller derby chick, and her husband and her kids really fucking crazy really good on roller skates. And like when they'd fall, it didn't even seem to faze them. They just know how to fall, I guess. Cleveland, Tennessee. Seen an advertisement for a shirt that said there's more than 2 genders, and then when selecting size and type, I had male or female. Add male or female. I like it. Channel popped in my feed of this homeless dude who just got out of prison, busting his ass to find work with no luck, yet still has a smile. Shared a link to SOE, told him about the life. Right on. Right on. JD tractor today, on the John Deere tractor today, using the grapple attachment. After lifting a large log, one of the hydraulic lines started spraying from a connector. Is this normally a big thing or small? I don't know. I've never had that happen. I don't know. The pollen today. Yeah, we were outside today. We didn't have any bad pollen that I noticed. Know a guy in Sarasota, 20 years older than his spouse. She was 14-year-old softball player. He was the coach. Also was his own daughter's uncle. Yep, and his sister did it. Did you book the midgets? We're having a hard time finding the midgets. We were actually discussing midgets today. You got a few? Aussie Kangaroo Jack. See, you had some pics of Jesus on the last stream I watched. I didn't know you folks were Christians. Rock on, brother. I don't know about Jesus. Are you talking about Scully? Combat Jesus? Can you just buy a few midgets? I own rentamidget.com. Did you see any midgets?
No.
Did you look?
I'm always looking. I'm always looking for them.
What else you get?
Steak.
Steak.
Tri-tip.
Tri-tip.
Yep.
Why tri-tip and not ribeye?
Well, everybody always says
Who's everybody?
88 and Mr. Josh Wynn was saying that you liked it, so he told me how he did it
Okay.
for y'all. So
Did he tell you how to do black cod?
the Nubu?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he didn't tell me, but he told me you like it, so I figured I had to research that myself. But he
Pretty
said
good.
he'd get back to me. Get back to me when he figured out a couple recipes for me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Where do they source swordfish from?
I don't know where they sourced it from.
Steinhardt Aquarium in San Francisco?
No, I heard you had one in the pond, so I had to get it for.
Hey, there's crocodiles, there's alligators here.
Woo-hoo.
No bullshit, alligators right out here in the river.
They're delicious.
Instructors do like alligator?
I suck at love, ma'am and sir, learning the hard way. Had some form of wheels under me since I was 4, bikes, unicycle, skate. Yeah, I used to skate when I was like, shit, I don't know. It'd have to be 2nd grade, 1st grade. I mean, I skated when I was in 5th and 6th grade and stuff, but it had to be 2nd or 3rd grade, 1st or 2nd grade, because we lived on Camp Pendleton. Camp Pendleton or Oceanside, so it was prior to Camp Pendleton. Anyways, the day I went in to get the cast off of this arm from roller skating, they took that one off and put one on this arm from roller skating. Need to move to Tennessee. Tennessee's great, guys. Tennessee's great. Spent the weekend in Florida with my 80-year-old dad, right on, from Western New York. Any recommendations on place to eat in Camden? We'll probably be back in town in a few weeks. Want to support good local places. Best place in Camden is going to be the Country Western. They have a very good margarita. They have a okay ribeye. There's not like a great place in Camden. The best place in Camden is going to be Country Western. We typically go out of town to eat. Grew up on Lake Erie, not far from CLE. I'm in the country. My Splatter t-shirt showed up. It's pretty cool, huh? Jesus by the bathroom. Explain to me like I'm 6-year-old. What's the binary gender category? No, I don't know what we're talking about. If you got a penis, you're a boy. If you got a vagina, you're a girl. You can pretend to be something else. And if you do a good job at costuming, people will go along with it. But I'm not doing any bullshit. Your fucking delusions and costumes, they don't affect me. I remember as when I was young, right, when we were hoping to see Playboy or Penthouse, there was a James Bond woman that was a tranny, but she looked just like a woman, right? And apparently there was a little outie there somewhere, maybe. But like if you want to be a dude and you want to live as a chick or whatever, more power to you. But if you want normal people to go along with it, you just have to be a better bitch. Like, put your costume on better. There are plenty of 60-year-old women who are so good at putting on makeup that they look like they are 25-year-old fucking porn stars. So I'm sure if a dude is committed to living as a woman, he can costume just as well. Team 3 checking in. Transformers. I was a felon at 14. Record is closed. Doesn't affect firearms. Depends on whether you're federal or whether you're state, and commission a crime, time between first crime, second. It has a lot to do. There's a lot of differences. And while your state might say you are good to go, and you very well might be good to go, when some feds come looking at your shit, federal law supersedes and overrides state law. In the state of Texas, there are 8, 9, maybe 10 pieces of case law Texas says that even if you're on probation or parole, you have the right to have a firearm to defend yourself in the house. There are 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces of case law where bad guy breaks into house, altercation ensues, homeowner kills bad guy. And Texas says justifiable homicide, killed him in defense, self-defense. Within 2-3 years later, federal guys pick him up and say federal law supersedes state law. Now, there is a bunch of things going around right now that some judge just ruled that you still have your firearms rights as a prohibited person. It's going to really come down if you are prohibited and you are picked up with a firearm. It's generally in the commission of another crime. It is not that the firearm is the crime. It's going to come down to how much time you're going to sit in jail, a long fucking time, until that gets out into the higher courts and gets heard by that judge. Caroline Cozy, stage name Tula, was the Bond trans. Oh, gotcha. Took off and erased. I was just curious. Got it. I'd be one big ugly bitch, yeah. I don't understand how gays can't appreciate the women. Whatever, man. That's their thing. The whole transsexual thing, the craziness that you have amplified on social media in front of you, I don't think that's most trannies, right? Most transsexuals, they don't want the attention like that. This is little people who have no identity, so they're crazy people who have latched onto this thing as their identity, and they are looking to scream and yell. It's the same people during the mass stuff that would run up and get in your face. They would literally come from across a store because that's their religion. That literally is their identity because they don't have anything else to belong to. And they have found by acting out crazy over this that they get the attention. But I don't think the whole he, them, she, they, them, babies, all that bullshit, I don't think that has anything to do with like gay lesbians. I don't think it has to do with most people that consider themselves to be transsexuals. I've paid to see the sideshow now. I see it for free at Walmart checkout. You do, yeah. Yeah, you want to see the dregs of society. You want to see what most of society is, right? We have this perception that society is some certain way, right? Because we feel that most of society is who we interact with on a daily basis. And most of the people you interact with on a daily basis are people who have jobs. Go during normal business hours to Walmart and see what is there when you typically are not there. That is the normal of society now. And you will be very surprised to see what it really is. We had a man in town transition 20 years ago. He, she hates the whole movement. Yes, I know a person whose daughter lives as a man. If you met him, you would never question that he's a dude. I don't know if there's a bottom surgery or anything, but you would meet this person and never question it. We also know pretty famous person in the country scene in Nashville. Her grandson lives as a woman. You would meet this chick, and you would never for once think that that was a dude. No, never would you ever question it. And they don't tell you. It's not who they are. They introduce themselves as their new name, and never do they like, hey, I'm so-and-so, and by the way, I got a fucking vagina. You would never know. I'm a stranger, but if I show up to John and Amanda, Mercy and Love, we had a man in town. The 1% are being magnified by the news corporation, and the algorithms, With the help of government pushing their, yeah, it's the government. Do you have a duffel bag you can wear backpack style? I do not, Braden. prohibited people can own black powder. No, they can't. Federal law says they cannot. Federal law says a firearm is anything with an explosive propellant. While that used to be the case, that is no longer the case. They can have compressed air rifles until something changes. But no, they cannot have anything black powder. Now, your state might say you can. Never a problem until it becomes a problem. But if the feds want you for something, they will definitely nab you and hem you up over that. Keep gifting memberships. Hope you get one. Randomly picks. That's awesome, guys. Radio Made Easy. What's up, my man? How are you? Lots of transgenders in Nashville area, but the transgender bit isn't their lives. It's something they are. I love the kitchen. You keep saying that. I'm glad you like it. Digging my modular NSW. Now just need a woodland hydro. Hey, send me a PM right now while you're thinking about it. Tell me you need one, and we'll get those in motion. I remember when trans men and you were still not as cool as Camaro. I don't know what that means. We had a dude come in here, big old fucking black dude, big black dude, like a big old football player. Wanted a job. We gave him a job. 2 weeks later, he showed up in a red dress and lipstick and high heels. And I said, look, you can't wear the high heels. You can't do the job properly in high heels. Put on some tennis shoes. We didn't give two shits. If that motherfucker could sew, I don't care if he walks out and sucks his boyfriend's dick in the fucking parking lot. As long as I don't see it, I don't know about it. I don't care if you can come in here and sew. He had a little ass boyfriend, big old black dude. Little ass white boyfriend, looked like Joe Dirt, like Tiger King. And this big motherfucker would come in here with a fucking black eye and like some stitches in his cheek and shit, because that little motherfucker whipped his ass. He should have fucking popped that little fucking bastard's head off. Is there any method to your madness of collecting odd items, or is it whatever's interesting at the moment? Yeah, it's whatever's interesting at the moment. But the whole collecting thing, right? Sometimes I will seek something out, and other times we just go places. And what happens is you go to these towns and cities you've never been to, and you find the old antique stores. And the old antiques where you'll find like lions, tigers are very difficult to find, human stuff. And Tennessee stuff has to stay in Tennessee. There's a few other states where it can't move state lines. So you go to all the outskirt towns, you walk in, and there's this lion. And you're like, hey, how much is that lion? And they're like, oh, I don't know. It's been here in this store for 50 years. Well, if you could find a price, I'd be interested in, maybe buying that. And they call their husband or whatever, and you get a price and you buy the lion. And then you go to some other stores next week or a couple weeks when you go out again. And eventually, after a few years, you might make it back to this store. And you walk in there, and there's nothing you want, because all the stuff you want is super old, and now it's taboo or it's illegal, or it's like ivory. People feel super fucking guilty when kids inherit ivory. They donate it to wildlife or fish and game or whatever. They have warehouses with all those fucking tiger rugs and all that shit just sitting there, unclimate controlled, rotting the fuck away. Those will they'll never exist again. Ivory and stuff like that, they take it away from people in certain instances, and it sits there in a warehouse. By taking it away from the person, it doesn't help anything. They have it now. It's a punishment almost. But yeah, we go around places we haven't been. I don't have a lot of shit on my radar and I go like seek it out or anything. It's more of an opportunity when it presents itself. But like the ivory thing, right? All your piano keys used to be ivory. All your pool cues used to be ivory. And ebony. There was a lot of things that were ivory and ebony. And now kids get those things and they'll just ask about it. They'll inquire on the internet. Somebody's like, oh, that's illegal. So they'll take it down to the police department and just give it to them. Most of the stuff people say is it's in fact not illegal. It might be illegal today if it was harvested, but you got it from your grandfather or somebody. And You know, as long as you have some kind of, you don't even have to have paperwork. Like when you inherited or whatever, you could just get the lawyer to write something and then have it notarized. Just another government slap on the, yeah. It is a legacy item. It is a legacy item that when you inherit it, you cannot sell it. You can give it away, you can gift it, but it cannot be sold. Yes, ivory needs to be temp and humidity controlled. My dad has a German piano. Yeah. We are who pays you your salary. Remember that. Dano, I don't know who you're talking to, man. You're making a lot of posts here. John, they hitting that circle of death for a moment on you speaking. I don't know. Didn't anybody else blink out? I've seen this live before. You really are working all the time. Yeah, I'm all the time. That's what, every day. You want to make $1 million a year, you need to make $3,300 a day. If you're going to make $1 million a day at $3,300 a day, that's 7 days a week, right? That's the bare minimum. I don't want to make $1 million. I want to make way fucking more than $1 million. My grandpa got ivory from an elephant Hank Williams shot, made a knife with handles from it. Only thing he ever gave me. I'm sure that knife's cool. I knew a kid, his dad owned Buck Knives, and they had boats with water cannons, and they would water cannon glaciers, and they would have nets underneath that would catch all the mastodon tusks that were in the glaciers. Now, the whole ivory thing, you can get fossilized ivory. You can also get ivory like walrus tusks, narwhal, things like that. They have to have scrimshaw. You can get them from like Inuits, but to bring them in the United States, they have to have at least 10% artwork on them. That's neat. My grandfather played with Hank Williams Sr. Yeah, Hank Williams used to have a place right up here in Paris. John Kelly and some of the SEALs that used to come in to Mom's garage back 20 years ago, they would come out here. John Kelly's father was neighbors with Hank Williams, and they would go to Hank Williams on the 4th of July, and he always shot cannons for all the SEAL guys that would come out. They had machine guns and cannons and shit. And that's 30 minutes up the road. I actually drove past Hank Williams Jr.'s building in Paris yesterday, what used to be his building. Work in a gold mine, just have to work to get it. Can't wait to get multicam butt pack. I don't think we have multicam yet. Maybe we do, I don't know. I thought we built them because of your order, I thought. So I'm assuming there was something else on the order or promo or something. I know this is completely unrelated to the topic, but how do you deal with burnout working as much as you do? That's some bullshit people have been convinced with. What do you mean burnout? I don't get it. Like, how would you burn out from this? Have you not watched my videos? Like, that is my day-to-day. Like, I fucking have content of every single minute of my day. And when I watch my content, and never do I go, hey, that looks boring. I got up this morning. What did I do this morning? We went to Sky made breakfast. I had bacon and French toast that he made me on the grill outside. And then I took one of my guys and we went to Tractor Supply and got cattle panels and T-posts. Then I got back here and I mowed a big chunk of area of grass, scalped it to the ground. Then I took a shower and then I jumped right on live feed with Nicole and Joel Riles. And we did that for about 2 hours. Got right off a live feed, came inside here, ate some lunch. And then me and the dudes, we went out, hooked up the cattle panels to the ball on the four-wheeler. We put the drone up and we videoed putting up T-posts, which is always fun, fucking around with a bunch of people. You know, it's always a fun time, just, you know, the back and forth. We put in, I don't know, a couple dozen T-posts, maybe more. And we put the cattle panels up, and then we took, I don't know, 40 trays full of rabbit manure. We dumped those all out. We raked them all across the ground. And then we took half a bag of sunflower seeds and we direct seeded them. And then we took 3 bales of hay, broke those up. And then we put the sprinkler on. We videoed all that from drone and from GoPro. Came inside, took a shower, came over here. There wasn't really anything that needed to be done on the table. So I sat down and sewed for an hour or so. When everybody took off, realized I didn't know where Amanda was, went to find her. She was watering the garden. I went out, pulled some weeds. And then before you know it, it was 9 o'clock. I started this video. Like, there's not anything I did today that I'm like, man, I wish I didn't have to do this shit. I got an awesome guest coming in tomorrow. Brandel, I'll be up at 4:30. I'll work out. Brandel will get here about 9:30. Not sure what time guest is getting here. We'll sit down and podcast. That dude has been all over the world. So we'll have an awesome podcast. We'll break, eat lunch, probably podcast some more, and hang out as long as that dude wants to hang out. As long as he has time to be here, we'll just hang out, tell stories, and, you know, get to know each other. If he takes off, I'll sit down and do a SOE video with Brandel, and we'll do a couple other videos. When they leave, I'll probably go out. If I still have daylight, I'll still have daylight about 6:30 probably, and I'll go out, scalp another area, get it ready, hill up some dirt, and then the next morning we'll plant a whole section of pumpkins. Like, I don't know what I would burn out about my day. I mean, I do so many different things through the day. Any return stuff? We don't do return stuff, man. You must be new here. Like, my blemishes sell for more than retail. The least costly you're ever going to get my product is just to order it off the website. Glenn, what's up? Ribeye rolls, nice. Amish grocery store. Kiri said my birthday is in 2 weeks exactly. Well, your birthday party is going to be in July. We had bacon and French toast for nice. I love breakfast anytime. If you got your wife nearby, a garden, animals, makes... Yeah, guys, you don't realize I've been in prison. I had everything. Went to prison. Came home thinking I still had most everything and kind of, you know, family, and got served with divorce papers and restraining order, right? I've been to prison. Maybe that's what some of these guys that talk about burnout and shit, maybe you need to go to fucking prison or the Foreign Legion or someplace. Go where you have no fucking control, and no matter how bad your life seems afterwards, you will think your life is fucking amazing. Like people, yeah, federal prison, Lompoc, you know, the one they make movies about. I was on CNN for 3 days straight. There was a search warrant executed at my shop by 13 fucking agencies. Like, it literally looked like some shit out of a movie. They actually shopped us for a movie. 2 different groups shopped us over a movie. That's what I don't, and people are like, man, I can't work 80 hours a week. It's not sustainable. Motherfucker, I came home from prison. The day I got home from prison, because in federal custody, you do 85% of your time. So I still had time under federal custody. You go to a halfway house, which is just a license to steal. It's a building with, 60 beds that they've rented out to thousands of people. But the only way to leave the halfway house while you're in their custody is to have a job or look for a job. The day I got there, within 20 minutes, I was served with divorce papers and restraining order. I went there thinking I was going back to my shop and I was going to work within my business. Surprise. Bank accounts that had money no longer existed. I literally came home with a pair of sweatpants that I had ran and walked 8 miles a day in. a pair of fucking plain ass gray Nike tennis shoes that had been worn so much my big toe was sticking through. That's what I owned. Prison clothes from commissary. Because when you go to prison, they mail all your shit home to include all of your identification and everything. And my wife went fucking sideways while I was in prison, and I never got any of my shit back. So, served with divorce papers, kind of stuck, can't go to my business, have no identification, no driver's license, no social security number, no anything, nothing. But I can leave the halfway house to look for a job. I went to Round Table Pizza in the neighborhood where my mom lived still, where I grew up, and I convinced them to give me a job. I said, you're going to hire me as a driver. I can't prove to you who I even am. This was like on a Wednesday maybe. But you're going to let me work for a week. And I'm going to work for you. If I don't have my documentation in a week, you don't have to pay me. I'll build pizzas, I'll build boxes, I'll clean kitchen until I have my driver's license and my insurance. And then you're going to hire me as a driver. I'm going to work for you for 6 months. I'm going to be the best employee you have. And 5 years from now, you're going to be like, man, I wish we still had John here. And I had to go in there with no documentation and tell them, hey, by the way, I was in federal prison yesterday. Which is really good for them because they drug test me. I'm a known. If you hire me and I fuck up, you tell the fucking probation officer, that could be problems for me. I had 3 of those jobs. I had 3 part-time jobs by the end of the week, working 80 hours a week. 80 hours a week. And then within 5 days, I had a sewing machine, and by a couple weeks, I had 2 sewing machines rented. I did almost $1 million out of my mom's garage on those 2 sewing machines and worked 80 hours a week. I don't understand, guys, when they ask me about burnout or how do you scale your job or how do you know what the right thing is. You motherfuckers just haven't had it hard enough. You haven't lost enough shit. Jake Sanders. Hold on, let's see. Jake Sanders. Are y'all doing Blade Show now? I'm so much not doing Blade Show that I sacrificed a $10,000 deposit and let Blade Show keep it. When they did all the COVID shit, and then when they opened the next fucking year and made you wear masks, I never went back. I'm not going to Blade Show. Are you giving us a sob story? You little cunt. You said the word, you should go somewhere else. Somebody check, don't ban this little bitch yet. Somebody check out Jake's YouTube channel. Let's see how awesome his shit is. That's a motherfucker right there that's never gonna do anything in life. What did they accuse me of? Dude, Google my name. I know dipshits say that. Google my name. I have told this story hundreds of times. I have fucking 3-hour-long podcasts about this. What they said I did and what I did are very different things. They wanted me to give up they wanted 2 of 3 people. They didn't even care which 2. They had 3 names. They wanted me to testify. What did I really go to prison for? Not telling. Scrolling some weird lies. Richard, what's up? Kit bags in the future? Yeah. Yeah, 0. That's exactly. 12-year-old do nothing. Crazy shit is that motherfucker's probably an adult and still done nothing. I'm a political refugee in the U.S. for 35 years. I know what hard work is. I know what doing hard labor is, 22 hours straight. And you know what? Keep your million. I'll stick to the easy life. Whatever. Sounds like a loser to me. You know who Bedros Keuilian is? He's what you just said you are, except he probably really is. Do you know who Patrick Bet David is? lived in refugee camps in multiple countries before coming here. I did manual labor, decorative brick, block, and masonry. They would drop me off with a pickaxe, a wheelbarrow, and a sledgehammer. I would break for 10 hours a day. I would break concrete and then pick it out with a sledgehammer and then roll all the concrete around in the wheelbarrow. And then at 6 o'clock when the truck pulled up, I would pick up all the concrete and pick it back and put it in the truck to go dump it. And it was always a conversation between myself. Do I want to swing the sledgehammer more and make the concrete smaller so it's lighter when I have to lift it in the truck? Or do I want to swing the sledgehammer less so that I don't have to swing the sledgehammer and break the concrete, but then have bigger pieces at the end of the day? When did I sleep? When do I sleep? I go to bed typically after this video, which is usually over around 10:30. My goal is to typically turn the light off, put my head on the pillow at 11, but it typically doesn't happen until 11:30 or 12. And then I get up at 4:30 in the morning most mornings. Tonight, because I'm always wound up on Tuesday night because I'm excited for Wednesday, it'll probably be midnight when I turn the lights off. And I will get up at 4:30, if not before 4:30. I have chert. Can I put down too much wood chips? No. Wood chips are great. Put down as much wood chips as you can. Round bales, farmers rotting straw works good. Anything, any kind of material like that. When I use wood chips, they've usually come straight out of a giant wood chipper. So they were live trees yesterday. So it's a combination of browns and greens. But yes, anything. Now, it's going to take a couple of years. Because we put our wood chips down you could use rotted cardboard, you could even use non-rotted cardboard. Anything that will rot down, you can put over chert. This was a chert gravel pit. We have 24 inches of topsoil at the top, and then grow crops. Like as soon as you get a little bit of soil in there, you could also bring in soil. You can bring in catfish pond, you can bring in field dirt, you can use pasture grass and dirt. You can buy it by the truckload. It's costly. But once you have any kind of soil, and then you want to put in cover crops. A great one would be daikon radish, because daikon radish will puncture through rock. It will root through rock. It'll definitely root through your chert, and it puts down this giant fucking carrot in the ground. Looks like a huge carrot. It's a radish. And when you chop the top, that top material sits on top and rots and becomes soil. But that radish that's down there in the ground, it rots in the ground, fills with worms, and now it has aerated that soil so that water and nutrients can get down into the ground. I have a mulch contract, but don't have manure or hay. Yeah, mulch will do. We did it with mulch. We did it with wood. Now, where's your mulch coming from? What is a mulch contract? I assume tree trimmers and such. Now, we did it on 10 acres. When I say thousands, I mean literally thousands of massive dump trucks came in here and dumped. Jenks, what's up? Yeah, leaf compost is great. You can go out in the soil. Like, dude, I had 6 employees in the fall. We'd be out in the woods they make these big square 70-gallon trash cans. Here, I have one in the kitchen. And we would take those out there, turn them sideways, rake leaf. No, I guess I don't have it in here anymore. Rake leaves sideways and then bring the leaves. I also had a friend who did leaf removal, had this big giant lawn vacuum, and he would dump all of his leaves here in the fall. Like, we had so many leaves. My fences are 5 feet tall. Like, we filled up a huge section 5 feet tall with leaves. But within a couple weeks when it rained, they would bust down. That's that upper field. That's why that shit grows so well up top. Black leaf mold, very valuable. You can also anytime you're doing that, take a little scoops out of the forest. Just go in the forest, scrape the leaves back, and get you some forest soil, because it's full of microbes and bacteria, and that will help inoculate your soil that you're trying to grow. Dano, bro, are you drunk? You been drinking tonight? Had some success using chip drop. Yeah, man, I've been on chip drop for a decade. Never has chip drop dropped here. We have tree trimmers drop here when we're lucky, but chip drop has never come here. A lot of John Willis arrest stories on Google. Read them. There used to be guys on AR-15 all the time talking shit because I hurt their feelings. And they would say, I was arrested for crack, trying to sell an undercover officer a 10-speed bicycle. That's a black dude. John Willis White Devil is one of my favorites. You should check that out. I was the leader of the triads for several years. There's a U.S. Navy vessel named after John Willis. There are a couple cardiac surgeons. There's a neurosurgeon. There's some scientists named John Willis. None of those are the ones you're looking for. You'd take a used PVS 14. Why don't you buy one? They're everywhere. You can get them very inexpensively. I live in the woods and grow good dirt. Hell yeah, you do. I work on John Willis Boulevard. John Willis, El Diablo, La Blanco. Zookeepers were at his arrest. Yeah, the zoo was here. Animal Control, Humane Society, San Diego Zoo, zoning, Oceanside City zoning was there. FBI, DEA, ATF, INS, CID, Border Patrol. There was some others. I'm missing a few. Bucket of soil, 5-gallon paint strainer, trash can, few air stones, poof. Yep. The attack pythons and boas were guarding the booty, the bounty of stolen machine guns, is what it said. I was on the cover of every West Coast newspaper for like a week. I've got one, just not matched pair. Could try thermal overlay. So Luke, I'm sure you know, when you take two 14s and build a bridge and you run them and try to set them up as 31s, 31s are not just two 14s. Complete different animal. While they look similar, the 31s are less than half of the weight of putting two 14s together. And I say that because I didn't know that. We just had Don Edwards from Green Line Tactical here. I have a video actually went up a few days ago, an interview I did with him, a podcast. And prior to that, he was out here the night before with all of his suppressed rifles and thermals with clip-ons and, all the cool shit. They do panos and all kinds of shit. They got a little bird for Christ's sakes. A real one like the Army currently uses. And anyways, he was here and did kind of a familiarization. We brought him out for the Homestead Apprentice guys, and we were going to let him shoot night vision suppressed guns. They had shot all day, but it was so fucking muddy, I just didn't want him out in the dark dropping this dude's equipment and shit. Especially since we weren't paying for a class. He came as a favor and just kind of did a familiarization dog and pony show. And I learned a lot. And one of the things I learned was that 31s are not just two 14s put together. Yeah, a pair is definitely nice. Absolutely nice to have. Yeah, MD500 with the shooter platforms on the side. They do I'm guessing you know who he is. You know what we're talking about. 31s are matched and cullinated tubes. I don't care what he did or didn't do. He's good in my book. Who are we talking about? You need a framed newspaper from then. Brandon Herrera's election is... Oh, very cool, man. Very cool. I farm, and if you have some acreage you are trying to build and can get chicken litter the first year, it's 7 tons to an acre. Yeah, we run chickens. I know this is not what you're talking about. We run chickens in tractors. I'll put 50 birds in a 10 by 10, and we'll move them daily. And we'll run sheep. I run sheep in a 10 by 20 on wheels, and we let them eat the top third of the seed heads and grass. and then we move them. You don't want them eating off the soil because then they're eating their manure. Then you have to vaccinate. We don't vaccinate any of our sheep. And on the third day where they were, you want to put your chickens there because that's when your fly larva is going to hatch from the sheep manure. You could do this with all kinds of stuff. And then the chickens go through there. They eat all the larvae before it hatches, and it cuts your fly problem down. Plus, they scratch and scratch that sheep manure into the ground and also fertilize themselves and eat all the bugs out of that area. And then it's called alley cropping or row cropping or tractoring, and you just continue to move them. You can see in my videos, if you go to any of my on the compound videos, there's a whole video series. Just skip back 6 months, you'll see from like last summer. You can see I do a lot of drone shots where you can see 30, 45, 60 days where those and we run rabbits in tractors too. I'll put 20 rabbits in a 2x4, 2x8 tractor and then move them several times a day so that they eat, and then we move them before they eat it to the ground, and manure and urine all over it. And you can see from the drone where they just were, it's raw dirt or very, very yellow, dead looking grass. And then you see this progression from the last 30, 45 days where the green just completely ramps up. It looks like it's 1 volt, 5 volts, 20 volts, and then it's fucking like 300 volts of just bright green grass where those animals were. Hate goats? Yeah, what did I say goats? I meant sheep. I had 23 goats here on the property. I hate goats. I had goats on my Range Rover. I had goats on my Porsches. There was fucking, no matter what you do, man. If you want to know how your fences are, get goats. Moving our new chickens outside tomorrow, and then the turkeys. Then we have our garage back. Man, anytime you have chickens in the garage, you are never going to not have that dust. I still, like, we'll wipe the tops of the lockers and shit down, and every year I'm like, I'm never putting chickens in the garage again. And I actually didn't this year. We put brooders outside with heat lamps. Goats and chickens in the mulch. That'll help, man. That'll definitely help. Do you have anything for the soil pH level? Nope. I have it. I've just never worried about it. Diddy needs night vision. TNVC, man. TNVC.com. Get a 10 by 10 grow tent for chicken indoor. Oh yeah, that would totally work, wouldn't? Yeah, pigs are escape artists. My neighbor's got pigs. Love these tips about composting. Man, there's no wrong way too. We took everything somebody said you couldn't do, and about 90% of it we actually did without a problem. I think so much on the internet, people will tell you that you can't do this thing just so they have something to say, and they never tried it themselves. I would say 90% of the advice on the internet has never been tried by the person giving the advice. Compost pit eats so much leaves in a year. Nice. Was I in special forces? No. Man, I started this company 35 years ago when I was 17. I did not go in the military. That talk got me very interested in night vision, excited to take Night Fighter with him. Nice. Are you going up to Bob's? I think they're doing it up at Bob's or something. 31s are Matt Colonnade. I think we've been through all these. If I missed a comment, then you can retype it out if you want me to address it. Tractors work. We're a couple weeks in, and the chickens are doing great. Thanks for yeah, I run my tractors heavy, especially in the winter. I'll put 75 birds in a 10 by 10 dog kennel because I want that body heat in there. Now, we're constantly adding mulch or bales of wood chips, especially anytime snow melt or rain. We use a deep litter, right? And that can be, you could put sand in there, wood mulch, compost, you can put anything in there. but I want to cut, if my birds are moving around and you see mud on them, I want to cut that down. And it can be as simple as just throwing a bale of wood chips, pine shavings in there that day. Asian people cussing? I don't know what you're talking about. Idaho, what's up? I can't trust square pupils. At the end of the growing season, I break up all my vegetable plants and pumpkins from Halloween and turn them into the garden. So we bring in 120 pumpkins every year, and we put them on every fence post out front where the horse fencing is. And we just let them go through winter. They sit there all winter long with ice and stuff, and it warms up, and they kind of implode, and they fall, and we push them inside the fence line. And every year on that whole entire fence line, it grows pumpkins. Goats can break into your house, pitch a turd in your pillow, skilled escape artists, and no, that's right, you don't need a Broco torch, you don't need a Halligan, you don't need slap charges, you don't need you don't need data sheet, you don't need Primacord, you don't need none of that. All you need is goats. Soil pH don't matter unless you're way off. Just plant stuff. Yeah, I figure we've got a ton of shit growing that the chickens just didn't eat. Sunflower, and like I got corn sprouting up. It won't grow corn. I am going to put in some corn, some popcorn and stuff this year. My chicken coop has a paver stone floor with a drain pipe. Oh, you're fancy. That's nice. Wish I was your neighbor. Well, Ben, there's a lot of properties around here for sale. There's a nice piece we just saw. It's like 420 some acres. $4 million, has 3 houses, multiple ponds. It's got a couple barns. There's also, and there's 2 miles of road frontage on that property. With that said, there is also property around here that's 1,000 an acre. It's been clear cut. It'll be thorny, but you go in there, and if you don't have money, you're going to do a lot of physical work. And as you get money, you're going to get equipment. And just put animals over that, or pin it in, an acre at a time or a quarter acre at a time, whatever. Put goats in there; they'll eat every bit of that shit. What does the Memorial Day special bag look like? If you even know about the Memorial Day special bag, for you to even know about it, you should know what it looks like, because there was pictures any place you got the code. So if you ordered it and you had to have the code, then the pictures are there. These are part of them. You got to choose red, royal blue, or dark blue. I know there's some dark blue ones around here someplace. And then the liner inside was the stars, and that's a tool bag light. Now, if we could train goats to use their ability when they wanted, they might. So there's guys making a lot of money. They keep herds, flocks, I don't know, is it herd or flock, of 100 goats, and they do brush abatement. Cities pay them to come in and eat the brush down. You would want to use Spanish goats for that. Super hot electric fence wire on top of your fence. It will teach the people, yeah, that's what needs to happen. Use like a 20-mile charger. Zap the fuck out of them. Tool bag, yes, I said tool bag. I'm sure you get called that often. Is this all yours? Yes, I started this company 35 years ago. I have 20 employees currently. Because I live in the middle of nowhere. If I was in a city or a bigger town, I would have 100 employees. Yeah, goats eat. My goats ate everything we didn't want them to eat and didn't eat a fucking thing we did want them to eat. They ate all the bark off of the pine trees. They ate the Christmas tree lights. We had 5,000 lights on each tree out here. You can see them in videos probably 5 years back. We had dudes that came in. We rented a high lift, a couple of my guys. Every single branch in the pine trees all the way to the top, and every single branch was wrapped in micro LED lights. We had over 5,000 bulbs on every tree. It was beautiful. Like when you go to SeaWorld or Disneyland, but way better. It was absolutely beautiful with those lights on those trees. Carlos, what's up? I still love those splatter print bags. Yeah, we have them available, man. Michael Sparks, what's up? How are you? One of my ex-neighbors had a large Spanish male. He apparently liked my property better, at least. So Spanish goats are interesting. Spanish goats are what you really want for brush abatement. A Spanish goat can eat anything. They'll eat poison ivy. They'll eat all your brambles, all your thorn bushes, and they will thrive. Spanish goats, you could leave Spanish goats on a desert island and come back in a year, and they will have bred and reproduced. Like end of the world kind of shit, Spanish goats, and you don't have to vaccinate them. Those bags are badass. Any specific color still? What are we talking? What bag's working on it? What are we talking about? Free Palestine. You're in the wrong fucking place. You want a free Palestine? Go to Palestine and fight. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. I don't care about Israel. I don't care about Palestine. But if you get to vote on free Palestine, if you get to fucking exercise your First Amendment right, then take your ass on over there. Already here. Yeah, I'm sure you are. If you were there, you wouldn't be saying free Palestine. You'd be busy fucking fighting. Experimental UCP Delta pattern? No, I guess I haven't. It's not in my head. I remember the Warrior 2000 program, like the blocks. We built a ton of shit. We did a lot of gear for those dudes when they ran Warrior 2000 in San Francisco. How much for bags? Timothy, you just walked on a car lot and said, how much for car? You didn't say what car. I make 100 different bags. SOE tactical gear is where you can see the pricing. Also where you have to order, so it's all academic at that point. SOE tactical gear is where you can see the product line. Ever see the clip of Palestine activists cheering because Chicago signed some ceasefire bullshit like they stopped the war? You support Queers for Palestine. Great. Where are we located? We're in Camden, Tennessee. It's between Memphis and Nashville. Gen 2 Molly. No, we make all of our own product. We don't sell any surplus stuff. We build all of our stuff on these sewing machines right here. Yeah, T-block, that's what it was. It was universal camo pattern, had 30% coyote brown. No, not familiar with it, man. No. We worked more like with Marine Corps side and Navy. So, like Marcorps Syscom and all that stuff. Red bag, you talking about that backpack? I don't know how much they are, $350, maybe $400. That's the medical backpack. Comes with all the content pouches. That's a medium clothes bag. That's probably $65. Other than that, I don't know. That vehicle med bag there, those run for, I think those are $120. This stuff looks like it is awesome. We build the best. Like, not being an asshole, we build the best. I'm not Ford. I'm not trying to put a car in every driveway. This is Ferrari. Simple man, what's up? What's the largest bag you guys have? I don't know, probably super kit bag. I don't even have one here. I've got some large clothes bags down there. Chances are those are already sold. They're just waiting on a promo item. Bang Bang, your butt pack. What else was on that order, buddy? Modern usage of queer is socialist. They want to eliminate gender. Yes, they do. It's all socialism. It's all communism. Every bit of it's communism. Communism finds the man, then finds the crime. All this crazy shit is communism. Bezanov said this is exactly how they would do it. I think I had a promo item or something on the order. I've got the butt pack. I don't know why it wouldn't have shipped. There's something missing. If you don't have an SOE compact tower med kit somewhere, you're almost certainly wrong. John makes an excellent micro rig that incorporates it. We do. Actually, here's some right here. Stacked micro rigs. That is 4 M4 or AK mags dedicated slots with a dedicated compact Terra. I actually hit Ed up and said, hey, come in here and tell us how awesome the compact tear-off is, and then I'll show these rigs right here. Why do these people want comment? To destroy your way of life. To destroy your way of life. It's easier to control people when they're in small grouped areas. That's the whole thing with your smart cities and such. Look at China. Look what China's doing. Look up Smart City. Look up Agenda 2030. That's why. I'm serious. What's the difference? What are we talking about? Been rewatching Free to Choose. We were pretty young in 1980, but that show is still valid. I'll have to watch it. I have not seen it. Socialism is communism. Anyone saying it's not is wrong. Yes, it leads to it. Yes, it is the same thing. One is more marketable. Had a cousin in the Army over in the Middle East during 2003. We had a ton of shit with the Navy and the Marine Corps in 2003 over there. Z is a rad dude, yeah. Yeah, he seems like it. I've wanted to meet him for a long time. I know some guys that know him. Memorial Day bag you showed, any particular colors left? Or no, they're not available. They're promo items. We build 50 bags in one color. We pull the people that requested those color. We put the items in the box that will ship the order, and then the next batch, and that happens several times a day. And then the ones that are left are typically something was ordered that's not on the order. So the bag and the promo bag and the items they ordered go in those boxes, and then the other stuff gets tasked one by one. I sell more compact tear off med vehicle bag fill kits than anything else. Nice. The queers are the loud in your face flamboyant ones. Gays are the cool ones you never know are gay. Control what though? What's the... Buddy, you figure it out, man. I am not here to change your mind. I'm not here to educate you. I just have a surface level conversation. If you are truly wanting that information, because if you're asking the question, that you figure it out. You do and believe whatever you want, man. Me changing your mind does not benefit me in any way. You can take what I'm saying and question it, and maybe you go look it up, or you can keep right in your belief. You don't change the temperature of the water in my pool. I do my video. I say what I believe and know to be true, and you can come back or you can go someplace else. Show your favorite thing in the shop? No, she's probably naked in the shower right now. He confirmed one of his kills over there, hit the guy in the head, mounted 50, said his brains fell out. Okay. Why are we having this conversation? You know a guy who in 2003 was in Iraq, shot a dude with a 50 cal. That's cool. Overton, what's up? Is it true that if you shoot a 50 cal about a foot away from a person, that it'll just rip his ear off? I wish I had stumbled on your channel sooner. You have some cool stuff. Right on, man. Yeah, you've had 35 years. I guess we haven't done a very good job in 35 years if you just found us today. But the internet works sometimes. I was holding a golf tee in my mouth, shot the golf ball off with a 50 just today. Not true. Dude did a YouTube the other day, shot a 50 cal next to a gel head, and it's not a scrape. Ultra runner guy, fake news. Everybody knows you fire a 50 cal and it misses you, it's still gonna snap your neck. It's literally gonna pull your spine out of your body like a cartoon. Your butthole's still gonna be attached, but your spine, it ain't gonna be there. Random mongoose we never missed. Oh, my bad. I guess that video was 100% doctored, a green beret. No, it was a guy with a green beret on, not a green beret. Clearly, nobody has ever shot a group on paper with a 50. Or groups on paper. Paper is completely obliterated after the first shot. You guys know we're fucking with you, right? The dude I'm talking to has made dozens of videos about this shit, proving it to be horseshit. We know. We know. Anybody who doesn't know who Overton Windex is, you should go check out his YouTube channel right now. Subscribe to it. You will love the content. Yeah, everybody knows Green Berets don't shoot guns. They're for winning hearts and minds. You want to build roads, build churches and schools, you send Green Berets. You want to kill villages, that's Navy SEALs. Come on, man. Come on, meow. A 45 will punch fist-sized holes. What do you think 50 would do? Come on, meow. He wore a raspberry beret. This will be the first video with my 50 coming in, shooting a playing card in my bare hands at 20 yards. It's not a joke. Holy shit. Have you guys seen who the new lead singer of Skid Row is? Anyone? I subbed to Overton's channel for his love of the 1911. Juliet, you're banned. Dumbass. I think the word you're looking for is assaulter. Sebastian Bach was, yeah. Yeah, Lizzie Hale, that's right. Working part-time on the 5 and Dime. Who's the lead singer? Lizzie Hale. From Hailstorm. Campfire smoke in his eyes. Who brought AR-15s? It's beautiful out here in Montana. Overton has a great city. Battle Chemist, what's up? You guys having fun? You all have one wheels? Every one of you? You know, you never see a bunch of one wheels in one place. I don't think they can run all together. Lizzie Jesus, who's next? The lead singer from Arch Enemy. Anthrax is a 3-part series. Promo tool bags are a great value for a free item, easily worth $80. I agree with you. One wheels. Overton rides that fucking thing pretty well. I'm gonna check that door. Tool bag lights, most used item, yeah. Did you guys hear about the SF colonel that smoked that dude this weekend in North Carolina? You guys hear about this? Two Chechnyan dudes taking pictures of this dude's kids from the wood line. Confronts him, ends up shooting one of them. The other one takes off. Somebody ends up capturing the other dude. They were both Chechnyan, spoke very little broken English. Said they worked for the utility company, yet they had no documentation or anything. They said they came back to take pictures of work they had done to send home to their families. So they locate the contracting company, and they almost all of their employees are Chechnyans who speak very little English and have no documentation as to who they are. Colonel shot them earlier this month. I guess it just came out recently, last couple days. He shot the dude 7 times. Well, did you hear that this is not the first instance of this? First time we've heard of a shooting, but this similar scenario keeps playing itself out. Is this not also the same area where the dudes shot up the power substation and the power was out for 10 days in North Carolina? Also where a bunch of SF type guys lived in that community? Yeah, and the bases have been getting tested. Guys trying to ram gates on bases is up like 250% this year. 6 months ago, I think it was about 6 months ago, Camp Pendleton smoked a fool trying to run the main gate. Car was in like wreckage, like they hit that motherfucker with some 40 mic or something. This is not supposed to be on. Ah, see, I have it on a timer, but these boards wouldn't let it time out. We have millions coming in yearly. Yeah. Probing. That's exactly what they're doing. They've arrested a bunch of Chinamen. Well, I don't know about a bunch, but multiples with huge telephoto lens taking pictures of bases. Electric facility 30-40 minutes from where the shooting happened. Got it. Frisella. Yeah, Frisella said something similar has happened to him. Also a Chechenian or Ukraine type person. Trump or Biden? You're obviously in the wrong fucking place if you have to ask. Weed and abandoned properties in New York, New Hampshire. Just ordered a tiger stripe covert. Pat, you're gonna love it. All I will say is people need to learn where their water comes from. Some of this stuff coming over the border is not a narcotic, it's a chemical agent. What about the biolab? Jake, when they found the first biolab, there was 3 more. They've also found them in Texas. But there was 3 in California right there. They're going to take down the infrastructure. The way they will be fighting that way we'll be fighting each other, so we won't be able to fight them. There's a lot of them here. All right, guys. Hey, I'm about to jump off of here. Text went out tonight. Some new videos went live today on YouTube. Check them out. If you use Amazon, yes, we know they're the devil. If you use Amazon, if you would use any of my affiliate link codes and descriptions of any of my videos, that gives us a small percentage of your order. Everybody, I think, can agree there is something coming as far as EMP, solar flare. You know that solar flare where you're seeing the northern lights? You know it's starting all back up again in a couple days here. EMP Shield, if you use code SOE at EMP Shield, it'll give you $50 off your order. Redcon 1 SOE gear gives you 20% off of your order if you use any Redcon 1 products. Premier Body Armor, although I'm not sure what my code is, they have products out for 4 of our products, our micro rigs and some of our FUPAs. They have a armor insert that goes inside those bags and those micro rigs. Premier Body Armor, I think my code is SOE. I'm not sure. It will give you 10% off of your order on anything you order. And they have 4 SOE products in there that they have made armor for. 10 p.m. gardening. Yeah, I've got some big lights out here. People scared to speak about the issue is exactly, yeah, it is exactly what they want. And get training. Yeah, guys, get medical. Everybody wants to get the cool gunfighting training. You should absolutely do that. Get medical training. If you need medical equipment, Homestead Medical on here, Chuck, sells a kit for every medical bag that we make. Mass casualty aid bag, medical backpack, vehicle med bag, compact tear-off med pouch, even our pocket organizers. Chuck has a medical kit. If you have any of our items, Chuck has a specific medical kit that perfectly fits the items that we make. You can see that at homesteadmedical.com. Supplying overweight dudes with LARP gear. You're banned, dumbass. You're gone. Fuck off. The beauty of this, when we ban that dipshit, he can type out. He still thinks we see his shit. Nobody here will ever see him. And the beauty of that is, he's so insignificant, nobody here will ever run into him again on any of the channels that you're on. But most definitely not here. He'll be back tomorrow with another fake account. $11 million illegal immigrants. I believe it's over 22 million. 11's just what they're telling you. Did you guys see in several ports of entry, there was a bunch of like MS-13 types that were swarming the border, and Border Patrol was told to stand down and let them through? There's a lot of like radio chatter going on that there's some massive shit about to happen in several places around the United States, around Texas. Something's supposed to be happening around Memphis area. Not super clear as to what it is, but just keep your eyes open, guys. Have a plan, have the conversation. If you're heading someplace you normally are not, you might want to move a little heavier and have a few extra plan, egress options with you. Dumbest thing I've heard. If things are falling apart, I would rather not know. Buy his EMP shields. I don't know what we're talking about there. They're not my EMP shield. The beauty of the EMP shield is, right, even if you're like, well, we've never tested this. I can't prove that it works for EMP. It covers lightning strike. So if I have it on the circuits that are on this side of this building and lightning strikes, it covers $25,000 of anything that gets fried on this circuit. They have them for your vehicle. They have them for side-by-sides. They have them for your solar generators. They have them for generators. Have them for anything you want to put them on. Scaring you and your wife? I'm sure that you are simply being funny or sarcastic, but if you are simply that weak and you're a victim, my authenticity is worth way more than your sensitivity. The beauty of the internet is the same way you got here, you can leave here. Answer, they paid. I don't know what we're talking about. Never fails. This live stream always pops up and I can't help but listen to you talk about things I don't understand. Lena, I have 5,000 videos here. Some of them you will definitely be able to understand. And just like Spanish or Japanese, the first time you listen to it, you won't understand it. But if you continue to listen to it, you'll pick up pieces which will make other parts make sense. And if you really want to know, you will pursue those answers. They're all there. $400 to protect every electronic device I own seemed like a bargain. Well, here's a good example. I have a sally port at the entrance of the property. They're spread 50, 65 feet apart. I can open a gate and bring a semi-truck in, close the gate before opening the second gate. We do that because we have dogs. So I can have dogs on the property and they cannot get out to the road as we bring equipment and vehicles in. There's 2 gate openers there. And 2 winters ago when they were surging power, one of those gate openers got fried. It was $1,400 to replace the main drive board on that unit. $1,400. $200 on an EMP shield would have covered that. Had I had that on there, EMP shield would have wrote me a check for $1,400 to replace that. I'd say it's worth it. What about beans? Have all the beans you want. I would recommend rice and other things other than beans. Most people that say beans, they haven't eaten beans. If you're not accustomed to eating beans and you're going to soak and cook beans, you're going to be absolutely miserable, if not end up dying within a few days over it. Why not keep food on hand? Why not keep rabbits, quail, chickens, ducks? have some food production, have a garden going at all times. And as far as doomsday prepping, why not homestead? Why not have some small scale agriculture, some regenerative agriculture, where everything feeds each other in itself and has a reason for being here? Yeah, you'll hate life trying to live on beans. A sally port, it's a multiple gate system. One gate opens so that you can drive in, and that gate closes, and then the second gate opens. I have it so that my dogs can't get out. When I open the first gate and bring the truck in, the first gate closes. When I open the next gate, if the dogs were to come out, they can't get out off of the property. They use them on military installations, they use them in jails and prisons and police stations. May have needed the Czech EMP shield would have protected the opener to start with. Your Faradays don't mean shit without fuel, weather, fuel. Hey, Dano, you should stop commenting tonight. I'm not sure if you're being an asshole or if you're drunk, but you better slow your roll. I know you comment here a lot, but the comments you've made tonight are completely out of line from who you typically are. A drawbridge would be very cool. We actually spoke about putting in a drawbridge. And to do it properly, we were at about $85,000 to put in a real drawbridge that we could bring the vehicles and equipment across that we use. That was a real conversation that was had. Doomsday prep. They filmed Doomsday Preppers here. They were in my shop for 6 hours, and they were at James's shop and range for 2 days. That episode never aired because we would not say what they wanted said. And the director, she was running around barefoot in the shop, and she caught her finger in one of these bars and snapped her finger. And I said, "Serves that bitch right." And I was mic'd up for sound when she broke her finger. Complete fucking bitch. Premier Body Armor, yes, they were out here for our Self-Reliance Festival. They had a whole setup out here. EMP shields are 100% worth it. We have delivered over 100 into Canada in this last year, yep. Except a drawbridge. Expect a drawbridge once it's down is susceptible. A sally port contains infiltration. Yeah, it's for the dogs and low-level criminals. Fences are great. Fences can always be climbed or breached, but 99% of the trash will not come through the fence. I thought a koi pond would be good. Fish get huge. I have koi in my aquaponic system. I have about 12 or 14-inch koi in there. Yeah, high voltage security fences won't be climbed. I don't have those. I don't have high voltage security fences. How'd you acquire all this cool shit? 35 years, buddy. 35 years of doing nothing else but this. One day at a time, 7 days a week, every day of the year. This video here, for instance, I do this every day of the year. And I have done this video since they started lives. I started my company 35 years ago. I work every single day of the year. Not a complaint, but people are like, oh, it must be nice. It's really nice. I spent years not having a house and living in my shop. Things that are important to other people are not important to me. Not ready to eat goldfish. Yeah, don't eat goldfish. How did I acquire this? We build this. Almost everything you see in here, we made. There's 52 sewing machines. New here, really like what I see. Can you tell me about what it is? We make nylon tactical gear, but I'm on 10 acres here. We do some food production. We have Self-Reliance Festival here. Our 8th one will be in October. There's 5,000 videos on this YouTube channel. You can see what it is we really do. And every live video I've ever done is still here. You can go back and check them out. Most of them, they're relevant in some manner every time you watch it. Yeah, goldfish or carp. I have butterfly koi. I watch Tim Pool every now and then. Mostly I rewatch just the short clips. Large culverts under driveway to allow guard dog access. Yeah, we have some culverts in a couple places the dogs can get through. They didn't say must be nice in all my training. Yeah, no shit. That's how it is, man. All right, guys. Hey, I'm out of here. We'll be recording all day tomorrow. Make sure you guys get on my Instagram page. We do a little bit different content. I make a lot of videos, early morning, 4:30 videos. A little bit different. And we do 6 video series every week and 2 full-length video podcasts that are very different from this video here. Watched your live a few months ago, asked you for advice as a 17-year-old. Really helped. Oh, awesome. What did you do with it, man? How has your life changed? My video keeps cutting out here because the battery on the iPad's low. So if this goes black, the battery died out. Yeah, this isn't surplus. We actually build everything in here. This is special operations equipment. The website is SOE tacticalgear.com. There's a bunch of sewing machines over here that run all day long. All right, guys. Good night. Josh just put that link up right there. If you click that, takes you to Amazon. Anything you buy in the next 24 hours gives us a piece of that. That is a free way you can help support what we do if you like the content that we build. Are we going to eat the koi? No, I use the koi because I can sell the koi for hundreds of dollars. I don't typically eat freshwater fish, and I have a 3 million gallon pond here in the back that's stocked with, sunfish.